All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call on La Yahweh Bashim, Shai Bashim, Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of the great millstone who will teach well, and all right, shalom to the elect. All right, your brother Karad is out back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, and we'll be talking about faith. All right, and Abraham's faith as an example to show you that faith is what our righteousness will be. All right. Having faith in the Lord, Yahweh Shai, start off with the names, okay, and the acts that the Lord has done, all right, through writing the scriptures and Him making the world and living through the scriptures and making the scriptures live, okay, all right, and the things that we've seen and the things that the Lord has done for us personally in our lives, man. All these things should be increasing our faith in the Lord, okay. Let me start off with Hebrews 11:1. All right, and it goes, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. All right, we're not seeing us being delivered. We're not seeing America being destroyed as of yet, but we believe those things are going to happen. This is what we hope for because we need salvation, we need deliverance, okay? And we believe that these things are going to come because of what is said in the scriptures, all right? And we have to have the same faith as our forefathers, okay? All right. This is First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 50. It says, now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. This is an important part right here. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time, so that ye shall receive great honor and everlasting name. All right, let me grab this right quick. All right, so call to remembrance. How do we call to remembrance the things that our forefathers did? We read it in the scriptures, okay? This is Romans 15:4. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. And that hope again, that hope, that's that confidence, that's that faith in the things that we don't see that we believe will happen. That faith, okay? That hope in the Lord, okay? It says here, let's go to that word hope. And I'll go to that word learning, but hope right here is peace, of peace. It says expectation of good hope, all right? Joy and confident expectation of eternal salvation, all right? All right, that's what we're hoping for. But we learn how to have faith. We learn what righteousness is. We learn who we are. We learn about our ancestors, and we learn about the things that were pleasing unto the Lord. All right, by the things that were written aforetime. All right, and that's how we call to remembrance. Okay, all right, and then the elders and apostles of Great Millstone doing that due diligence for 30 plus years, teaching and bringing us to the information that they have learned. Okay. Now let's go get that word learn. But there you go. Hope, expectation of good. All right. Joyful and confident expectation of salvation. You got to believe that you're going to be saved, man. All right. Even though you ain't seen it. All right. All right. Let's go here for this word learn. Because we're learning every day. All right. The word is did as kalia. All right. Teaching instruction. All right. That which is taught is doctrine. The doctrine of Yahweh Shem Shai, all right, is the scriptures that is taught through the men of Great Millstone, okay? All right, the 100% truth. All right, we learn instruction from there. All right, these precepts, all right, these precepts teach us to recall on the things that our forefathers went through, okay? So I'm going to read 51 again. It says, call to remembrance what acts our forefathers did in their time, so ye so shall you receive great honor and an everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness? All right, the answer was yes. The answer is yes. Okay. All right, we're going to get that. All right. This is Genesis 15. All right, and 1. It says, and these things, so like after these things, the word of Yahweh came unto Abram in a vision, saying, fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward. And Abram said, Yahweh power, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this Eleazar of Damascus? And Abram said, behold, to me thou hast given no seed, and lo, one born in my house is mine heir. And behold, the word of Yahweh came unto him, saying, this shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thine own bowels shall be thine heir. And he brought him forth abroad and said, look now toward heaven and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, so shall thy seed be. All right. Abram at this time, all right, is being told by the Heavenly Father that your seed line will be as the stars of heaven. All right. There's many stars up there. Okay. But here's the most important part. And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness. The he here, all right, it's Abram. Okay, he believed in the Lord, and it's like the he here is Yahweh. Okay, because it's talking about Yahweh counted it to him for righteousness. Okay, but Abram believed in the Lord, and Yahweh counted it to him, which is Abraham right here, for righteousness. So let's look at a couple words here. Believe. The word is aman. Okay. It says confirm, be faithful. All right, reliability, faithful, trusty. That's what the word is. Okay, to trust, believe. And that's what the Lord is. All right, the Lord is reliable. His word is reliable. All right, and we read these scriptures to verify and confirm that His word is reliable. Because for an example, look at how many Israelites is out here. Okay. All right, we can't number them all, but I guarantee you, all right, there's a lot of Israelites out here, okay? And the things that have come to pass already, all right, as far as history and, the Lord waking us up through men on the highways and byways teaching with that stick, all right, like it says in Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, all right? But right here it says to stand firm, to trust, to be certain, to believe in. All right, this is faith. This is hope. This is what Abraham had and trusted in the Lord, even though he didn't see it. And this is what we must follow after. Okay. All right, we don't see ourselves physically being delivered as of right now. All right. We don't physically see the destruction of America by thermonuclear missiles right now. But it's going to happen. Both of those things are going to happen. Okay. All right. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go look at another word here. Righteousness. All right. The word is tazadak. Okay. Justice, righteous. All right. Let's see. All right. It's a righteous act. Faith is a righteous act. Righteous act is faith. All right. Justification. Ooh, that's a good one because that's another lesson. All right. A lot of scriptures say, the just shall live by faith. All right. That's another one. Abraham, he lived by faith. All right. It's like I thought the book was about to fall. Being justified by faith, man. All right. I think that's in Romans, the 4th chapter. But nonetheless, faith. as our forefather had. Okay. All right, let's look at this word, counted. We counted it. All right, to be imputed. All right, is that not what it said in First Maccabees? All right, so it was counted to Abraham, all right, by the Heavenly Father that he was righteous. All right, all right, to be considered, to consider, computed, thought. Okay. And he said, Lord, whereby shall I know that I shall inherit it? And he said unto him, take me an heifer of 3 years old, and a she goat of 3 years old, and a ram of 3 years old, and a turtle dove, and a young pigeon. All right, and then he made that sacrifice to the Lord. Okay, let's get some more scriptures talking about this great faith that one of our forefathers had, that we must have. Okay, this is Galatians chapter 1. So like in chapter 3, verse 1, it says, O foolish Galatians, who hath bewitched you that ye should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Yahushua Mashiach has been evidently set forth, crucified among you. All right, people didn't believe on the Lord, and he was right there in front of them, right? It says, this only would I learn of you, receive ye the Spirit by the works of the law or by the hearing of faith. All right, we received the Spirit of the Lord by hearing of faith, man. All right, just as Abraham heard what the Lord had told him he was going to have, he believed. I believe what the men of Great Millstone have been teaching me for the last 5 and some odd change of years. All right, and I believe it because it's what I heard. All right, not because of me keeping 613 laws. All right, I can't even keep 613 laws, let alone remember 10 of them, 12 of them, 20 of them. You know. All right. But it says here, are ye so foolish, having begun in the spirit, are ye now made perfect by the flesh? All right. The flesh in this case is talking about keeping the law, man. Okay. All right. Being able to keep the law in the flesh, man, you're not able to do it, and you're not going to be perfect, man. Okay. All right. You're not going to be perfect. All right. You're not going to be perfect in the flesh, and because you can't keep all 613 laws. Okay. It says, have ye suffered so many things in vain? If it be yet in vain, he therefore that ministereth to you the Spirit and worketh miracles among you, doeth he it by the works of the law or by the hearing of faith? All right, and to minister is to teach. To minister, all right, is to go out there and speak. And when people are out there speaking, all right, they're out there doing it by faith. All right. All right, look, to present something, all right, to supply something, all right, to serve. That's what a minister does, right? And as men that have learned the truth from the individuals of Great Millstone, right? They presented, me with the truth, and I heard it by faith, and I believed it, right? And I go out there and I present it to other individuals that if they hear or if they not, it don't matter, right? But it's something that's being ministered, right? It's being taught. It's being put out there, right? It's being supplied, okay? All right. It says here, even as Abraham believed, and it was accounted to him for righteousness. All right. Know ye therefore that they which are of faith, this Salakia. Know ye therefore that they which are of faith, the same are the children of Abraham. All right. Meaning you got to believe wholeheartedly in the Lord like Abraham did, man. Okay. Abraham believed wholeheartedly in the Lord. And like it just said, it was accounted unto him for righteousness. All right. He believed the Lord when he told him that he was going to have kids as the sand of the sea and the stars of heaven. All right. You got to believe when you hear men out there telling you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, all right, that this truth is for you. All right. That the Lord is going to come back and deliver you. The kingdom of heaven is for you. All right. And not for all these other nations and these people they have oppressed you unjustly, okay, all right, they're not going to get the same reward that you're going to get, okay, because Esau, he's going to be done away with, and these other nations, they're going to serve us, all right. Read Isaiah 60, read Obadiah, the first chapter, all right. You gotta believe in that, man. All right. If you don't believe, then shoot. Let me get this. If you don't believe, you're not a child of Abraham, man. All right. All right. This is Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. These words, all right, that we supply or present to people as ministers, all right, or as servants of the Lord, okay? All right, those words that the Lord has spoken of and written on these papers, all right, called the Bible, they're true. They're going to come to pass, okay? Just like the example with Abraham, all right? The children of Israel is going to be as the sand of the sea. I mean, or in Genesis 15:6, it said the stars of heaven, Salakia, right? It's true, right? Because the Lord, Yahweh Shema, like the scripture say, I believe it's in Numbers, all right? The Lord is a man and he shall not lie, all right? It says, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So if you don't believe, all right, then you're going to die, all right? And good riddance, man, okay? There's a few more scriptures, all right? All right, let's get that Romans right quick. Because when we look here, look at this. It says faith brings righteousness. All right. Faith brings righteousness. All right. So you gotta have that 100% confidence in the Lord, man. All right. That just like Abraham had, okay? Justification by faith. All right. Those that are saved, they justified by the Lord, right? But by their belief in the Lord. Because what does it say in John 6:28-29? They asked the Lord, what are the works of the Heavenly Father that we must do, right? That Yahweh Shai told them to believe on him whom he have sent, all right? And people didn't believe on the Lord, and people did believe on the Lord. But nonetheless, those that are justified and will be justified by their faith in the Lord, man, okay? Nonetheless, let's keep going. This is Romans chapter 4, verse 1. What shall we say then that Abraham our father, as pertaining to the flesh, has found? For if Abraham was justified by works, he hath whereof to glory, but not before Yahweh. For what saved the scripture? Abraham believed, and it was counted unto him for righteousness. All right. I'm just repeating the same thing over and over again. Okay. Believe. You have to believe. Okay. All right. All right. To believe. All right. It's a working of the mind. Look at the gears in that statue's mind working. All right. A belief is a subjective attitude that a proposition is true or the state of affairs in a case. A subjective attitude is a mental state of having some stance, take, or opinion about something. All right. So we have to have a stance. All right. One of those words that I had read earlier said to stand firm. Okay. All right. And we have to stand firm in our mind first. Okay. All right. So here to believe. All right. It says accept something as true. For feel sure of the truth of. Feel sure of the truth of. All right. Hold something as an opinion, think, or suppose. All right. Feel sure that someone is capable of doing something. That's a good one because that's what Let's go back to Genesis. Abraham was sure that the Lord was capable of doing something. All right. The Lord has created the heavens and the earth, man. So the Lord has created everything that you see. How much more can He do for the things that you don't see? Okay. All right. This is Genesis 15:6. I'm gonna start at 5. It says, and He brought him forth abroad and said, look now toward heaven and tell the stars if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, so shall thy seed be. And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness. I think this is where I was looking up the word. And it said to stand, stand firm. Yep, right here, stand firm. Salakia, it says right here, where'd it go? All right, it says right here, a subjective attitude is a mental state of having some stance, take, or opinion about something. Our stance, our take, and our opinion about the Lord, His name, His truth, who salvation is for, how America is going to play out. All right, we believe these things according to the scriptures, man. All right, we're taking a stance on it. We're taking a stance on it so much to the point where we're risking our lives and our quote unquote freedom, man. All right, why I say quote unquote is that there's no such thing as free will. All right, so freedom, all right, is only it's like a mind game that's being played upon the people, right? Because they don't really believe in the Lord. They think they're in control, but that's not the case, all right? Let's go forward, all right? It says, feel sure that someone is capable of doing something. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is capable of delivering you, all right? The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is very capable of delivering you, okay? Salakia. All right, so let's go to that Romans, right? Back to that Romans. This is Romans chapter 4. In verse 4, it says, now to him that worketh is the reward not reckoned of grace, but of debt. But to him that worketh not, but believeth on him that justifieth the ungodly, his faith is counted for righteousness. All right, we got to believe that our faith is what's going to be counted as righteousness, because we can keep all 613 laws, we still won't be delivered. All right, because that's not what's going to deliver us. Deliverance is going to come from our belief. All right. 2 Ezra 9:7 tells you that, okay? And the works that we must do, all right? As I was quoting 2 Ezra 9:7, the works that we must do, all right, is shown from our belief and our confidence in the ability of the Lord, all right? And we have to go out there and teach, all right? We have to go out there and minister, all right? That's part of the work, all right? But those works won't save you alone. You have to believe, okay, like Abraham did, all right? Let's get this Hebrews 11. Go back there. It's Hebrews 11:6. It says, but without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. It's going to be kind of lengthy, but we'll just get through it. It says, by faith Noah, being warned of Yahweh of the things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by that which he condemned the world. And that's what we out there doing. We condemning the world, man. And became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. All right. How you can become an heir of righteousness if you don't believe in the words of Yahweh Shem Shai? All right. It says by faith, when he was called, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should receive for an inheritance, obeyed. He went out not knowing whether he went. By faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. All right, the Lord promised the seed will be inheriting the land. His seed will be as the stars of heaven or the sand of the sea, and the people will be blessed within Abraham. Those same promises went to Isaac and Jacob. Okay. For he looked for a city which had foundations, whose builder and maker is Yahweh. And that city is coming. All right. The kingdom of heaven is coming, but America has to be destroyed first. Okay. It says, through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive a seed and was delivered of a child when she was past age. Because she judged him faithful who had promised. All right, that feel sure that someone is capable of doing something. That's how Sarah was. She was like, the Lord can do this. All right. Therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sand which is by the seashore innumerable. From one individual. All right. After his passing, the Lord said, hey, you're going to have all these kids out here. These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them. Let's look at that word persuaded. And we have to be persuaded, man. All right, Pytho is the word. It says to persuade, to induce one by words to believe. All right, and that's what these scriptures are. All right. These are the words of the Lord, man. They are persuading us to believe. All right, that's all I'm gonna read on that, because that was enough. All right. It says here, of them, continuing on in verse 13, persuaded of them and embraced them and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on earth. For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have had opportunity. They might have had opportunity to have returned. But now they desire a better country, that is in heavenly, wherefore Yahweh is not ashamed to be called their power, for he has prepared them a city. All right. And that's what we're going to be coming into, man. But you got to believe. You got to believe, man. Believe, believe, believe. Believe just as Abraham did. All right. All right, I'm going to keep reading in 19. By faith, again, by faith, that confidence in the Lord's ability, right? Was when by faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promises offered up his son, his only begotten son, of whom it was said that in Isaac thy seed shall be called, accounting that Yahweh was able to raise him up, right? He believed that the Lord was capable of doing something. All right. Belief. Feel sure that someone is able to do something. All right. The Lord is able to do this. That's why Abraham accounted that the Lord was able to raise him up, even from the dead, from whence also he received him in a figure. Look at his word, counting. All right, to reckon, to count over. All right, I know to consider, take into account, weigh, meditate on. All right, and those gears in your mind. All right, those thoughts in your mind. All right, that's where your belief comes from. All right, just as Abraham's did. Okay, Lord, will you was edified to the next time. Shalom.